everyone, best buddy. Brushes in watercolour. Overwhelmed with which brushes to buy? You may only need one. Hi everyone, if I could choose only 3 watercolour brushes, they would be a Ron Ranson Hake, a number 10 round sable brush and a number 2 liner writer. If I could choose only one brush, it would definitely be the number 10 round sable. Sables hold plenty of water and they glide over the paper. If you dip it into water, shake it, it should come to a point, if it's a good one, making it versatile for all sorts of work, for broad watercolour washes, for large washes and detailed work too. This brush actually is probably 15 years at least, probably 20 years old, so it's had a lot of use, and although it's more expensive, this one I got in the sale, but I think the cheapest it would be now would be £100. But if you could only buy one brush, if your budget's tight, then I would thoroughly recommend this brush. Sables always hold lots of water compared to the synthetic sables and synthetic watercolour brushes. Knowing what brushes to buy can be overwhelming, but a good size, good quality water brush for glazes and large atmospheric washes is essential. Paper is also crucial in watercolour, so I use my brushes on 425 grams, 200 pounds Saunders Waterford, as it's a forgiving paper. And because I use watercolour glazes I use the brushes like a feather, very gently on one's hand, so as not to disturb the washes underneath. So detail work can be done, so I think I need a little bit more practice on this. So let's see if I can do some detail with this number 10 sable brush. To be honest, I haven't used detail with this brush for a long time. I tend to use the liner writer, probably if I got a new one of these. But as you can see, you can get quite thin lines. Maybe if I dab it in some kitchen roll with it, or we can do broader lines with it, bringing it very broad. Lovely dry brush there by pressing it onto its side, gently pressing it, and then you get like speckles across the sea, medium lines. So it's very glides across the paper, and I thoroughly recommend it also for flat washes. If I wet the paper up here with water and then you can see how it just glides. Maybe for a sky, it just glides across the paper, and there are no nasty marks, and I don't need to reload my brush with this sable because it holds so much water. So with my liner writer, which is also useful for more detailed work. Very inexpensive, this. Got some quite thick paint here. Might want to do something like that. And then while it's still wet, I can go into it. So I would recommend this brush. It's just a few pounds, this one. See, already that's drying. So if this was a painting, I wouldn't want to let it dry, really. Too much. So that's giving you an idea. I could go in with some thicker paint from the tube. This is Windsor Red, and then perhaps put it on like that. So I hope I'm giving you an idea how it can be used. Also on its side for nice dry brush work. Or I could come in from the other side to let the paint flow through and begin another shape around here. So it's really handy brush to have. Could use my trigger spray. All sorts of atmospheric effects are starting to happen now. With my hake, almost a 1-inch one. This is a 1/4 of a sheet Imperial, so I would probably use this brush for the background. Again, it holds plenty of water. It's made of goat's hair, and so I'll just do a little graduated wash down here. Wet it with clean water first. Well, it's not so clean now, but stronger paint at the top. This could be a nice sky, and then as I come down, it'll get lighter towards the horizon. And there I have a lovely graduated wash. These are very inexpensive, probably about £10 for this brush. Well, whatever watercolour brush you choose, it really needs to hold plenty of water for constant flow of paint so that the watercolour washes are not spoilt by reloading the brush with paint. Care of the brushes is important, so wash them gently and thoroughly using a special soap if acrylic inks have been used with the watercolour. Rinse thoroughly and lay flat to prevent water running into the ferrule, which is here. And never use masking fluid on brushes unless they're old. Never leave the belly of the brush in a water pot. like that, face down, because it will ruin your brush. If this does happen, try putting it in hot water for a minute, and possibly it might straighten. Hope you enjoyed this video, and happy painting, and see you next time.